Gamers seem to like debating input devices. Whether it's mouse and keyboard, controller, a wheel, a dance pad, or using any of the above while on a unicycle. And sure, there are plenty of pros and cons to these, but for me, it's always been a matter of what's more comfortable. I got into Trackmania with the intention of playing on keyboard. Over the course of more than 1,000 hours, I went from being completely terrible to at least mildly competent. PB. But when I started a new challenge to push myself to the next level, I encountered a problem I never expected. And I think my experience is something that a lot of us could learn from. So, what do input devices have to do with the challenge that I started? The challenge was fairly straightforward. Challenge rules are as follows. I will be going for 1,000 top 1,000 times on tracks of the day in Trackmania. And a map is beaten regardless of what medal I have. Silver, gold, bronze, author medal, doesn't matter. The map is beaten if I get top 1,000 on the all-time leaderboards. Okay? Pretty simple. That's it. The daily competition in Trackmania, where players have 24 hours to set the best time they can on a single selected track, brings a lot of players. And even outside of that 24-hour period, a lot of players continue to hunt good times on these tracks. Traditionally, I could get top 2,000, maybe top 1,500, and that was about it. But I started to realize that I was on the verge of being able to get top 1,000 times consistently. So I thought, let's see if I can push myself to do it 1,000 different times on tracks of different styles, lengths, and difficulties. And that started out pretty well. Let's do it. Which reminds me, I need another plugin. Yes. Lug me in, baby. That was Breeze, Echo. I believe I already have top 1,000, but we'll start with Humble by Mime. Go from there. I haven't played a lot of these, obviously. I don't play Track of the Day that much anymore. So a lot of these I'll be seeing for the first time. If we already have one, we'll up the count by one and just move next. So this will push me a little bit in terms of skill, but I think I might be just good enough to do it. Skipping any broken maps, not playing alt cards unless I really like the map, or we just run out of other maps to play. Ooh, that's some speed. This I like. Nice. Don't go too far left. That's like no speed. There we go. Nice. Dang, that was way faster than I thought. There's one. This one's taking much longer than the last one, but then again, I'm better at dirt than I am at plastic, so that's not a huge surprise. This wins. Oh, and I threw like at least half a tenth at the end there. There we go. Show me top 1,000. 917. Technically, it had already shown top 1,000 because it showed that I was above. Doesn't matter. Boom! Top 1,000. Let's go. Not by much, but let's go. Yeah, this is why I don't like NASCAR maps, man. Because I'm bad at them. I don't like being skill checked. There it is. Easily. Let's go! Another top 1,000 on a NASCAR map. One of my worst styles. On! Come on! Oh, come on! Let's go! Top 1,000! Even though the plug-in lagged. Oh my god! Oh, that was starting to really make me mad. I like ice. I like ice. And that was starting to make me mad because the physics on this current patch are garbage. Give us back the original physics. And an ad break. Why not? Nobody's watching anyway, it's fine. By the time I had played 24 hours of this challenge, I had 36 top 1,000 times, finishing on this fun and challenging backwards map. But here's the thing. I've been a mostly casual player. When I hunt for good times, I can do well. But most of the time I get bored, and I just move on to the next track. In this case, I became just a little bit obsessed with hunting one of the first maps I had played. I went back to it, and after 8 hours of playing and about 1,600 attempts, I had a pretty good time. However, all of the hunting and intense driving for hours on end had an effect. All of the super precise key taps and straining my hands to get the perfect timing on turns and acceleration must have taken a toll. By the time I finished the hunt on this map, my hands and even forearms were hurting so much that I had to stop the challenge. After taking some time off and thinking about it for a while, I decided to switch to controller. I've played a lot of controller in other games, but not for Trackmania. And to be honest, the game feels completely different to me using a different input device. But what options did I have? My hands hurt, and this game is a big part of my decompression and stress relief. So, I had to try. Oh, I'm getting tired of playing this map. But like, if I'm gonna have to frickin' play controller, like, I need to be able to do turns like this, you know? Like, This is all stuff that I can do on keyboard. Like, I played this map for like half an hour, got top 1000 and moved on. I'll take it. I will take it. God, I lost a 10th in the last turn. And my game lagged, by the way. But I'll take it. Good God. I realized that my knowledge of the game and the instinctive feel I had for the way the car responds to my inputs allowed me to lower the impact the input device actually had. I played the seasonal campaign on controller and got most of the author medals with relative ease. So for a while, it seemed like things would be okay. I could play controller until my hands stopped hurting and it would be fine. But it's not that simple. While mapping for an event, I put about 20 hours into creating these two tracks. Setting my author times took about an hour on each map, which I did on keyboard because I thought my hands would be okay. But by the end of the mapping and the setting of the times, my hands were hurting so badly that I had to stop playing completely once the event was over. What's more, I started to feel pain while playing shooter games on controller, which is something that had never happened before. When I went back to Trackmania, even holding down accelerate made my hands ache. But I'm not giving up. I believe in proactive approaches to injuries, and whatever is going on, I'm determined to remain active in the games and communities I love. The Deep Slope Tower was a huge success, and given my history on ice maps, I absolutely had to give it a try. This run is so scuffed, it's crazy. That's not how that's supposed to go. But hey, I think that's first time on floor 3, yeah? I also really enjoyed mapping, and I have plans for many more maps and even a couple of campaigns. And then there's the Top 1000 challenge. I don't intend to leave that one behind. I've already picked it back up, using a mix of controller and keyboard, depending on how my hands feel. And while I'm a little concerned that playing too much may have forced me to change input devices, I'm actually somewhat grateful for the experience. Maybe you don't think this matters, but I think this proves how applicable our knowledge and experiences are across different scenarios and while using different tools. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't apply what you know to new jobs, tasks, or scenarios. If I can do this, so can you. Whether it's in a video game, at work, or somewhere else entirely. Life changes, and sometimes we have to adapt. Either way, I plan to enjoy the journey. What is that drop? That's crazy. Ugh. Brother. That run was so bad. And I still am 916. I could go so much higher on the leaderboard here, but honestly, I've been playing this map for over an hour. I'm good. I got my top 1,000. Holy. Thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed, please do leave a like and consider subscribing. Stay safe out there, and I will see you next time.